two, three. Hey, have you had your daily minimum requirement for watch ogling today? You need to feast your eyes on this 44 millimeter Citizen Grand Touring with domed sapphire, mesmerizing dial, giant crown, very monochromatic. That should do it. That should take care of your daily minimum requirement for watch ogling. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, so today I want to make an argument against buying a Holy Grail watch. Blasphemy! Yes, it's going to be a blasphemous, iconoclastic, or yes, is that would it be? Yes. Well, forget it. It's going to be a blasphemous argument. And I want to tell you that there are exceptions. If you are a businessman, a lawyer, a doctor, and your job requires power jewelry that everybody understands, Rolex is the apotheosis of success. People who aren't into watches know that. And so a lot of lawyers and doctors and businessmen, they wear Rolex they almost have to. It almost becomes part of their brand identity. They almost can't help it. And so I don't want to go into that thing. I'm talking about the normal watch dude. Who's a normal watch dude? He should not be buying a Holy Grail luxury watch. It costs $5K or more. Who is your normal watch dude? Well, he's not a millionaire. He likes to look at watches. He'll be home wearing a robe, eating a hot pocket, surfing the internet, watching guys like this talking about minimum requirements for watch ogling. And he'll have a collection of about 10 to 20 watches, ranging from about $200, maybe to $700, $800, maybe even $900. And there's always that itch for a new watch, and he's flipping some watches to buy the new one. And there's a certain popular argument in the watch community that this is a grasshopper collector. Hello, grasshopper, little man with your little collection of $200 to $100 watches in your box, your little collection of about 10, 12, 15 watches that you keep rotating. You're a grasshopper collector. You're a faker. You have no right to be a curator of watches because you haven't taken the next step. Not only are you a grasshopper, but the fact that you're always rotating watches and buying and rebuying shows your confusion. There's only one cure for your confusion, grasshopper. There's only one way for you to no longer become a grasshopper watch collector anymore and become a true watchman, and that is the watch ninja. This is the argument, and I've been guilty of this argument also. I actually presented this argument about 2 years ago. The argument says you must become a watch ninja. A watch ninja, he knows his self, he knows his identity, and he finds the one watch that embodies the very essence of his soul, of his humanity, of his personality. And so he must, to cure the madness, to cure the inner grasshopper, he must sell all of his little mediocre watches, second, third tier watches, I don't know. And he must buy an Omega Planet Ocean chronograph, a Panerai Luminor, a Rolex Deep Sea Dweller. Now he's achieving true manhood. This is the argument. And by doing this, not only does he now become a watch ninja who just has this one watch that captures the essence of his soul, no more agonizing over which watch to wear in the morning. There's one watch. He's now cured his inner madness. He's no longer on the hunt. He's no longer buying and rebuying. He's found that one watch. And I want to reject that argument. I want to make 5 arguments against buying a Holy Grail watch if you're a normal watch dude. All right? Argument number 1. I call this the Pesto Rigatoni argument. Let me tell you something. I love Pesto Rigatoni. And I could probably eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for about 4 days. and then I'd be burned out. There's only so much Pesto Rigatoni I can eat before I get Pesto Rigatoni fatigue. Same thing with if I had a Panerai Luminor 47 millimeter. I would love it. I could probably wear it every day for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But I'm going to get fatigued after a while. And that's unfair to me, and that's unfair to Panerai. There's only so much rigatoni a man can eat every day. You're going to get fatigued. You need a little bit of variety. I think it's unrealistic. Related to that would be argument number 2. I don't think you should be putting all of your eggs in one basket. I think what happens is if you sell your watches, which you liked, for this one watch, you're assigning unrealistic expectations on this Holy Grail watch that it's not going to be able to fulfill. It's not going to poach you an egg in the morning. When you put it on your wrist, it's not going to sing Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On." It's not going to give you ripped abs. It's not gonna do all the things that you think it's gonna do. It's a chimera. And I mean, I know you're gonna like it. You're gonna go to parties and you're gonna talk about it for a while, but it's all gonna wear off. I've had men with lots of resources tell me this, that they bought a $20,000 watch and then they were on to a $40,000 and it never ended. Be careful of putting all your eggs in one basket. Be very careful. Argument number 3, I call this misguided monogamy argument. I think you should be monogamous to your girlfriend and or your wife. I think you should be faithful. You should exercise fidelity in your relationship. But do not apply that principle to your watch. When you're collecting watches and when you're a watch obsessive, your inner grizzly bear doesn't want to just eat salmon every day. Your inner grizzly bear would like to sometimes have some pad thai, some Singapore-style chow foon noodles, a corned beef sandwich. You need to mix it up. Please keep monogamy in your relationship. Keep variety for your watch collection. I love variety. I just needed. I haven't goggled at this for about 2 minutes. I was getting anxious. All right. The 4th argument is the what I call the home repair argument. When you buy a Holy Grail watch, typically it's going to be Swiss. It could be a Grand Seiko, but I would say 95% of the time it's going to be a Swiss watch. The repairs and maintenance on this Holy Grail watch are like home repairs. I'm talking like, I know a guy, he dropped his Breitling Blackbird and he broke the crown, had to send it in for repair, came back with a $1,300 bill. Are you kidding me? $1,300 repair bill is more than a lot of my viewers spend on their ultimate watch. And you know, $1,300, if you're a normal watch dude, that's home repairs, man. That's like a central heating system so you can heat up your children. That's like a major repair on your central air conditioning. You know, a garage door opener needs to be fixed. You need new home sprinklers. You need a new refrigerator. I don't think your repairs for a watch, if you're a normal watch dude, should be on the scale of home repairs. Bad. All right, argument number 5. I call this the cost-pleasure ratio argument. I love Tesla. It's 100K. I don't love it 100K. I love Omega Planet Ocean Chronograph. I love it. I don't love it 5K. I don't even love the used ones that are beaten up a little bit for 3K. I love Panerai Luminor. I don't love it 7K. I like this for about 7. The ratio is my sweet spot. And I think the ratio is a reasonable consideration for you if you're a normal watch dude. Let me conclude this. What I just presented to you is not an absolutist argument. There are exceptions. I mean, I told you in the beginning, there are men, they have to wear power jewelry. It's part of their job. It's part of their brand identity. I get that. And I also want to tell you there are some men who will never be satisfied with some of the lower tier watches that I own. Some of you will some of you will need a Panerai. I understand that, but I would speculate that that's probably like 5% of you. For 95% of you, if you're a normal watch dude, I think this argument, I think it's convincing. I think it stands. I'd like to know what you think about it. Let me know. And until next time, I am out.